This story takes place near a church in Kalymnos, a small island located in Greece. The story has been passed down from grandfather to grandfather, and the exact timeline of this incident has faded over the years. The story talks about a sailor that recently returned from sea and his near-death experience with the paranormal. But before we continue, if you want to also share your stories or experiences with me, then please feel free to reach out via email on real@gameacademics.vip, and I will happily share and narrate your story. Let's begin. The island's craggy shores welcome back the sailor after a harrowing journey. 2 days ashore, he sought solace in the island's dim-lit bar, chasing away the echoes of the sea with a few drinks. As midnight's veil descended, he embarked on the solitary walk home, the air thick with the whispers of the night as he passed by the aged St. Nicolaus Church. Its time-worn facade casted long, haunting shadows. There, amidst the silence, he encountered a figure, familiar, yet shrouded in the church's spectral embrace. It was an old friend and neighbor, X. The two engaged in conversation, memories tainting the night with the bittersweet nostalgia as they strolled together towards the sailor's dwelling. Upon reaching his home, they continued their conversation just outside the dwelling. Unseen by the sailor, his wife inside the house caught snippets of their conversation outside. Uncertain, she strained to discern the voices drifting in the night. The pair lingered, their talk extending under the moon's watchful gaze as time went by. As they parted ways, the sailor, following an age-old superstition, left his coat outside the house before entering. It was a custom, they said, to keep malicious spirits at bay. People returning home late at night would leave something outside, usually a piece of bread, but in his case, he had nothing to leave but his coat, so he did just that. Inside the house, his wife, alarmed by the dialogue, queried the sailor about the person outside that he was talking to, as she couldn't see anyone else but her husband from the window she looked at. The sailor, however, seemed puzzled about something his neighbor said before they parted ways. It sounded like a cryptic message of the sailor being fortunate that it wasn't time yet. Those words had unsettled him. What did the neighbor mean? When she asked about who the neighbor was, the sailor mentioned X from a couple of houses down, further explaining that he bumped into him near the church, and they both made their way here. A chill swept over her as she revealed the grim truth. Neighbor X had passed away 40 days ago. The sailor's blood turned cold, and a shiver ran down his spine as the sound of fabric being teared just outside the house echoed through the night. The next morning, they discovered the sailor's coat, the very same coat that was left as an offering to the unseen, now torn to shreds. A tangible manifestation of how close he came to what locals called Kakiaora. Kakiaora, in local lore, refers to a specific time during the night where evil spirits roaming the earth gain the power to physically harm living beings. Meaning, if the man lingered a little longer with the entity outside, then he may have never made it home. And that's what the cryptic message from the deceased neighbor meant when it said the sailor was fortunate it wasn't time yet. What do you think? Thank you for watching, lovely people. If you enjoyed the video, then please consider liking, subscribing and turning on the bell notifications. Remember, you can always reach me at real@gameacademics.vip, where you can send me your personal stories, experiences, or anything else eerie and scary that you would like me to narrate, and I will happily promote that on the channel. I aim to upload a video once a week. At the moment I am looking at a Saturday, so you can dim the lights, sit back on the couch, relax, turn the volume up and listen to what the world has to say. Thank you everybody, and good night.